I am Ludwig van Beethoven, born in 1770 in Germany. My talent for the piano was soon realized and I gave my first public performance at the age of 8. Later, I was employed as a court musician in Bonn from 1787. During this time, I studied briefly under both Haydn and Mozart, although it was certainly not a satisfying relationship for me. My works rank amongst the most performed of the classical music repertoire. It spans the transition from the classical period to the Romantic era in classical music. In 1800, I abandoned the classical forms of the previous century and set out for a more expressive or so-called Romantic musical voice. My musical imagination began to grow beyond that of the piano. Scholars call this period of my life as the heroic period because of the larger-than-life nature that my compositions took on. Saw the creations of such masterpieces as the Tempest Sonata, Eroica, Fidelio, and the Fifth Piano Concerto. In about a decade, I composed piece after piece that marked me as a masterful composer reaching my musical maturity. I demonstrated complete mastery of that most difficult and cherished of the Viennese forms developed by Mozart and Haydn. In 1809, however, my musical output began to drop due to family issues and approaching deafness. This lasted until 1818. At this point I was completely deaf and was going through lawsuit to win custody over my nephew, Karl, though I hardly won his affection. I composed my most beautiful and extraordinary music while deaf, which is considered an almost superhuman feat of creative genius, perhaps only paralleled in the history of artistic achievement by John Milton writing Paradise Lost while blind. I died in 1827, at the age of 56, of liver failure. My body of musical composition stands with William Shakespeare's plays at the outer limits of human brilliance. My affliction didn't prevent me from embracing the world and immortally inspiring millions of people's hearts and souls. Friends applaud. The comedy is over.